Today, now, I want to talk to you about mastery and predicting success. Who would like to predict their own success? Entrepreneurial confidence. When you have entrepreneurial confidence, you can literally predict your own success. I believe, and I have long believed, that entrepreneurs are born and not made. I know this because over the last 15 years, I've worked with tens of thousands of clients, students, and customers. And by doing assessments with them and knowing how I'm wired, I realized that we entrepreneurs are wired differently than the rest of the population, right? Anybody ever felt like me, like the black sheep in a sea of white sheep, wondering if what is different about me? Where are you, Jen Levitz? I heard you, bah. Right? Give me a woohoo if you too cannot bear to live a soul-sucking existence. Right? We can't work in a cubicle for somebody else. We've got to do our own thing. We've got to fulfill what we're here to do. Okay? I believe that, and I also believe that as an entrepreneur, we are pretty much at this point completely unemployable. Yes? Yes. Yes. So here's the thing about that. The bigger the front, the bigger the back, right? Part of being different from everybody else is that we're wired differently. And here's what I've realized. In entrepreneurship, in how we are different than the rest of the population, is that you're either a high idea generator, anybody? Lots and lots of ideas, wired to start new things, yeah? But you're also driven to distraction. Yeah. Or you're great at getting things done. Woo! Right? But because of that, you're also wired to stick with what's familiar, which leads to more of the same and not big breakthroughs in your business. Either way, what I've learned is because we're like this, it feels like a lot of work being self-employed for not much reward. Yeah? Hallelujah. Yep. So you may say, Fabienne, if I was born to be an entrepreneur, why is it so difficult? Why is it not more straightforward? And this is because of the entrepreneurial predicament. The entrepreneurial predicament states that, yes, at first, you were wired. At first, you got clients from word of mouth. Did most people get their first clients from word of mouth? Yeah. Because you're good at what you do and all that good stuff. But after a while in your business, there gets to be a point when expenses begin to grow and you must do more to build your business. What I have found is that stagnant entrepreneurs, meaning those who feel overwhelmed or who are not progressing year after year, face 3 sets of frustrations. Would you like to know what they are? The first set of frustrations are the strategic frustrations. Strategic frustrations meaning not knowing what to do. It keeps you stuck. It's about not having a roadmap, not having a plan, not knowing what to prioritize, and having what I call the whack-a-mole approach to business. Go like this with me. Go like this, okay? Where you're just putting out fires, right? But did you see here on the screen? Missed 6 out of 10. Whacked 0, right? When you approach your business this way, without direction, without a plan, that's what happens, right? Strategic frustrations also have to do with starting from scratch all the time and lacking systems. When you lack systems, things fall through the cracks. You're reinventing processes from scratch. When you have no strategy, there's an unclear marketing message. Anybody? Yeah. And general confusion about what to do next. Deep breath in. not knowing how to do certain things. Perhaps you know that you need to launch your first event or a product or just go out there and network, but you have no idea how to do it. And then there's all this stuff that you don't know exists about leveraging your business. How do you go from working with, like Joe said, being on the roof for 12 hours to several months later retiring your tool belt and having other people do things for you? Or how do you do, like Victoria, go from $0 to $10,000 a month in just 1 year, right? There's things that you don't know about how to make that happen. And all of these things lead to having no clear direction. Okay, so that's the strategic frustrations. Second set of frustrations are the mindset frustrations. Getting in your own way. Getting in your own way means there's a general feeling of overwhelm. Yes? I heard it over here. Who feels overwhelmed in their business? Yeah, practically 100% of entrepreneurs, right? And overwhelm means that you're easily distracted. And this sometimes resembles your brain. Yes? Yes. Right? Mindset frustrations also mean that if you don't feel good enough on your own, you have lower expectations of what you feel. Like, remember what Michelle said? She's like, I don't think I can do $14,000 a month. And yet, with the right structures, she's able to go at $30,000 a month, et cetera, right? Mindset frustrations also deal with what we've been talking a lot about today, which are the limiting beliefs that run the show. This gets in the way, as does the self-confidence that happens because, you know what? When you're operating solo, there's a lot of doubt. Would you say? Yes, right? And if we're being really honest, fear sometimes gets in the way too. Yes? Say, I admit it. Yep. And feeling like perhaps you need permission to play a bigger game in your business. But what also gets in the way is not understanding how the universe works, not fully understanding the role of metaphysics and quantum physics and really instructions for how to raise your wealth consciousness. Those used to be something that were talked about in the woo-woo circles, but they're actually very applicable to business. But if you don't know about that, it doesn't help with your mindset. I'll say this. Boundaries that need to be set. Anybody have boundary issues with their clients, their team, their family, et cetera, as it comes to business? Right. Those are mindset frustrations. And these lead to self-sabotage. Remember, we were talking today with someone who said, frankly, if I'm being honest, I self-sabotage my business because I don't feel like my mindset is not there yet. Right? Deep breath in. The third set of frustrations are the isolation frustrations that come from operating solo. I don't know, when I started my business, I started it from a corner of my living room, right? Or perhaps for you, the kitchen table or an extra bedroom, but we're working by ourselves, which means that there's no mentorship, that you're trapped in the day-to-day of your business, literally painted into a corner because you're working with clients or you're working on your marketing and it's just, there's not enough of you to go around and no time to work on your business for long stretches of time. Isolation also means that there's not enough structure because let's face it, if you are somebody who has lots and lots of ideas, that probably means that there's not a lot of structure, right? And we kind of fudge the deadlines and things like that. Am I the only one who's ever done this? Okay, great. Isolation also means that there's not enough support. Yes? Do you feel not supported enough sometimes in your business? Right. And you're doing pretty much everything yourself, which can mean that you become the bottleneck in your business, right? When everything has to go through you, You just slow everything down, which means that there's not enough implementation in your business. And what do we say? You don't get results from things you don't implement, right? There's no implementation, but when you're operating solo, there's also no accountability. And if left to our own devices and there's nobody to report back to about whether or not you did something, it's likely that left to your own devices, you're not going to do it. Is it true? Yes. Yes. Know when to talk about what I call level 3 stuff. Level 1 is supermarket share. How are you? Good. How are you? No sharing whatsoever. Level 2 talk is acquaintance share, where you share the minimal, how's business? Oh, business is great. Thank you. How's your business? Great. But you would never share what we call go there share with the majority of people, which is, how's business? You know what? I'm thrilled. I'm up $10,000 this month, but I'm having a really hard time with a toxic employee. Or business, I've got a great team, or I'm doing well, I'm speaking, but I'm not closing the sale from the stage, or when I go to a networking group, things we need to have places where we can feel safe, as was mentioned here, where we can talk about the 5% that's going really well in business or in life, and the 5% that's going not so well in business or in life. Because here's the thing. We entrepreneurs are whole beings. I've always said, my business is a limb of me. It is I and I am it. Anybody else feel that way? You can't just compartmentalize yourself. You've got to have a place to share this. Now, can I go deep here? Yes. I'm going to bring the truth, okay? Isolation also means that sometimes a well-meaning spouse, thinks that the business owner knows enough and should just do it. Yes? Or a parent or a sibling. And isolation also means that some naysayers can dampen your enthusiasm. Anybody ever have that happen? Yeah. What does that do? That affects your confidence, right? And it leads to self-doubt. And all three of those 3 sets of frustrations, I've been studying entrepreneurs because I've been hanging out with you guys for 15 years. All 3 of these mean inadequate growth. So if you've ever wondered, why am I stagnant or why am I overwhelmed in my business? It's because no direction, self-sabotage, and operating solo. Deep breath in. Turn to the person next to you and say, wow, that's me, right? Which means that you pretty much stay status quo. But as you saw today, for these people who are kind enough and brave enough to come up and share their very personal numbers and stories and frustrations of the past and celebrate with you, is that not everybody experiences this. Many people are experiencing great results. They've got systems, they've got marketing in place, they're delegating effectively, they're making more while working less on evenings and weekends. How is this possible? Well, the number one predictor of success in business is confidence. Turn to the person next to you and say, confidence, confidence. So how do you get entrepreneurial confidence? Right? You get, and can everyone experience entrepreneurial confidence? Yes, when you have the right tools. So, how can you experience entrepreneurial confidence? Number 1, when you're clear about your next steps. When you feel capable. And that is strategy. When you have strategy, you always know where you're going. You follow proven marketing systems. You get growth strategies that you didn't know existed. When you get mentored by already successful people, business owners who are living this day in and day out. When you model examples that show you exactly how to do something. So you're not thinking, oh, okay, I need to do a webinar. How do you record the webinar? How long should it be? Should I charge for it? How do I get people to actually go and watch my webinar? You could spend 6 months trying to figure that out on your own. Or you could just say, oh, that's how you do it? Oh, that's how much you charge or not charge? When you learn from other people's best practices, when you have somebody tell you, do this, don't do that, that doesn't work. When you work from proven scripts, proven templates, proven processes that have already been vetted for you, right, Stacy? When you have time to plan, instead of trying to grow your business in between client appointments, does that work? No. Right? Time to plan on your business, to work on your business outside of your office. When you can be strategic and set up measurable goals and know what to do exactly within the next 90 or 120 days and how you'll get it done. I have discovered that when you attend regular structured meetings with mentors, with other advancing entrepreneurs, you gain clarity on next steps. All of this gives you entrepreneurial confidence through capability. And capability meaning, I know what to do next, and I know how to do it. Yeah. The second way that you gain entrepreneurial confidence is when you stretch your vision and take bigger action. And this is not just mindset, once a year, mindset on a daily basis. This is when you use processes for thinking bigger. When you increase your belief in yourself and you realize that once what you thought was impossible, as what Michelle said, actually becomes very possible. Remember when Victoria read you what was on her goal card? She's like, yeah, I thought it was kind of a joke. And she hit everything on her gold card. This becomes possible. When you have the right mindset, you integrate tools to get past fear and into action. When you have mindset on a regular basis, you overcome personal blocks. You get in your own way, right? Does anybody? Yes, right? Yeah. When you apply strategies for staying really focused and eliminating distractions. When you become a disciplined entrepreneur. When you discover hacks to be more disciplined in your day-to-day actions. When you're disciplined in your day-to-day actions, you get more done. Who wants to get more done? Yeah. When you become intentional about your day-to-day activities. When you know every day, this is the one thing I'm going to work on today to get my business where I want it to go. When left to their own devices, most people don't do that. Deep breath in. When you develop an abundant mindset where every seed that you plant has everything that it needs to grow. When you learn directly from people who have mastered mindset, so you stretch your vision of what's possible for your business. When you build strong wealth consciousness. When you discover metaphysics and quantum physics and how you can use these in your business. This gives you entrepreneurial confidence with mindset, which means a belief in yourself and wanting to play bigger. Woohoo! Right? Number 3. You want to hear number 3? Yeah. Number 3 is when you get encouragement and accountability from a tribe of positive, like-minded people that you like and love. This is community. This is where you want to get in an environment where people are positive, when people are encouraging. What would that do to your business? When you are continually surrounded with other confident entrepreneurs who see you bigger than you see yourself at that moment. When you have people that you talk to every day who lovingly keep you accountable to your goals. And this is structured, and it doesn't happen just every once in a while when you feel like it. It literally happens every day for 5 minutes. What would happen if you had this in your life? Deep breath in. When you rejoice in having those level 3 conversations, and you can literally say, pick up the phone and call somebody and say, I'm now making $10,000 a month, yay! And they say, oh my God, that's awesome. Or you tell a whole tribe of people, I have just done the impossible. I am so proud of myself. Please celebrate with me. And the whole tribe goes, yes, I knew you could do it. But also a soft place to land when things don't always go your way. People who will help you stay the course and let you have, I'm just going to say, let you have your pity party for a few minutes. And then they say, all right, dust yourself off and try again. And give you a loving kick in the pants when you need it most. That is entrepreneurial confidence through trusted community. Knowing, listen to my words, knowing you never have to do this alone ever again. How do you do it? The confident entrepreneur needs a solid plan, a growth mindset, community, and accountability. That being said, what's your next move? Later tonight, I will ask you this question. If we were to meet again exactly 1 year from today at the next Mindset Retreat in October of 2016, what would need to have happened over the course of the next 12 months for you to feel confident in your business and happy with your progress? You see, for confident entrepreneurs, the training never stops, does it? No. In my own life, I've realized that if I want new, lasting results and lasting transformation and lasting growth, I must invest in myself. This is why I always have coaches. I always am in community. I pay to be in these communities because that's the only place where people show up, and it's because they have skin in the game. Anybody else realize that, right? Because other people flake out. So you must invest of your time, of your energy, of your effort, and of your financial resources. Invest in joining in a fun community of other confident entrepreneurs. That's where the juice is. Especially when you don't have a lot of support and you feel isolated. You want to be in a tribe of people who say, you've totally got this. I have got your back. Joe said it. Brianna said it. People who will literally just walk with you on this path. And then in 5 months, you increase your income dramatically because of that. Because can you really do it on your own? How do you know that? You tried that. If you could have done it on your own, you would have. There's no shame in it whatsoever. It's about understanding how you're wired and what you need to succeed. And if you're committed to success, you can't do it on your own. Do you want to know why you can't do it on your own? It's because you can't give yourself a good haircut, can you? Well, perhaps you can. I don't know. Yeah. But it's because you need the solid plan, you need the growth mindset, you need the community and the accountability. I know that that's what I needed. And you know what? I'm pretty smart, right? And are you pretty smart? But we still need things outside of ourselves because we can't be good at everything. And so a few years ago, I surveyed the landscape of what mentorship is available for entrepreneurs like us. Okay? I'm not talking about multiple $1 million business. I'm talking about us. And there are magazines for multiple $1 million businesses. I love these magazines, Inc., Entrepreneur, etc. But they're talking a different game. This is not us. Us is what we're talking about. And so I looked at traditional business schools, and they don't provide anything that we're talking about. In fact, we had a couple ladies here who said they have been to business school or they wanted to go back to business school, and it wasn't providing what they wanted. Because business schools, forgive me, traditional business schools are not made for entrepreneurs like us. And at $40,000 to $60,000 a year. I don't know about you, but if I'm not going to get what I need, I'm not going to pay $60,000 a year. True that or not true that? Yes. This is why we created the Client Attraction Business School. Because what we're about to do is going to change how much money you make for the rest of your life.
If you're just kind of chugging along, you need to reinvest in your business. For me, it's like education. You know, you got your undergrad, then did you go to grad school? You know, success, you need to invest and continue to learn.
There's a huge amount of support, accountability, all of the best practices, and just a healthy dose of inspiration to really take your message out there in a much bigger way and make good money from what you do.
As always, when I come away from coaching with you, you've just told me what to do, which is the best thing. So we just go home and we just have to implement it. But yeah, it's really exciting in terms of the bigger picture for us.
What's great about this? Yes, it's structure. Exactly. I love that you said that.
Don't underestimate the power of really good content and then taking that a step further by giving the ability for people to share it. That's why it's so compelling to have just those buttons that say connect with me. They want to check you out on Facebook, just in the same way they want to check you out on your website.
business has gone through the roof. So I took my little hobby coaching business from a $600 a month income to over, my best month this year was $23,000 in income, which was amazing.
I got 4 new clients since December and had $75,000 worth of revenue from December and January, which is just amazing. I'm so incredibly grateful.
I doubled my revenue the second month. So the promise of, we'd like to see you make your money back in 3 to 4 months, it was boom, it was the next month.
I started with about $2,000 a month in revenue, and within short span of 3 months, I've been able to grow it to about 10 to 15,000.
They want the coaching, they want the curriculum, and the magic that they don't know that they're also getting is this amazing tribe of people who will have your back. When you've got a community of people who are also in the same place, they have the same aspirations, they have the same struggles that you do, they're wired in the same way. Finally, you feel understood in a way that you've never felt understood before.
I think the community is everything, and especially here at the live meetings, it's amazing to see creating that space so that when clients are here, they can have that transformation in their business and in their lives and share that with other like-minded people that are helping them with the resources that they need, helping them with support that they need, an answer to a question, a solution, whatever it is. And we just have this way of creating that type of environment where people feel really safe.
I know my gift, and the marketing piece and the client attraction piece and frameworking the business and the systems and the team, that's not my unique brilliance. That's not my gift that I came to this planet with. And I needed that piece.
And now that you have all these pieces together,
we're unstoppable.
You are unstoppable.
What would you say to somebody who's thinking about this?
If you're thinking about joining, I'm going to ask you how much time you have. Because it just, if it matters to you, if your mission matters to you and your reason matters to you, why are you putting it off? The joy that I see on my clients' face is absolutely astonishing. So stop hoarding your gifts to yourselves and share them with the world, because someone is waiting to work with you.
Yeah, nice. The Client Attraction Business School is the combination of strategy and mindset and loving community created for how you're wired. This is the solution to playing a bigger game, whereby you get the strategy, clarity on next steps, reachable stretch goals, direction and a solid plan, proven concepts and tools, systems and processes that work, scripts and templates that you model, the exactly how to, and shared best practices. It is also the mindset, not just here for 3 days, but all year long, where you are encouraged to play bigger, where you eliminate self-doubt, where you overcome internal blocks literally every month, where you move past fears, you shift negative beliefs, you be intentional and focused in your business, you become disciplined, and you stay in faith, because the structure is set up for you to stay in faith and not fear. And finally, because of the community, you have regular strategy meetings, time to plan and to celebrate, collaborative masterminding, accountability coaching, daily accountability calls, positive peer group around you to encourage you and have fun with, and this feeling of acceptance and belonging. So this is finally the combination where you get to do, be, and belong, and this is the permission to play bigger. One of our multi-year students told me a year or 2 years ago that we at the business school, with your help, are revolutionizing education. Would you like to hear a little bit more about how it works in case you're interested? Yes? Okay. The business school is a multi-year program divided into year-long tracks. So students advance year to year as their results increase. Many people start in the growth track. And the growth track is if you're in the first few years of your business, you have a few clients, and you want clarity, and you want next steps on exactly how to market your business to get ideal, high-paying clients and customers. The growth track is specifically about how to get more clients and make more money. Why? Because in your first few years, that's what you need most, right? So what you get in the growth track is 24 marketing classes. This is the curriculum we've been so lovingly talking about. This is where you learn how to craft your marketing message, develop attractive marketing materials, give seminars that attract ideal clients, generate referrals. What does that say? Close the sale consistently, increase your online presence, manage your clients effectively, put your marketing plan on autopilot, run your business like a CEO, and shift your habits and behaviors. This is part of what you learn in the growth track that allows you to attract so many more clients and make so much more money just even in your first year. Beyond that, here is a tour of what's included in your first year in the growth track. You don't have to work on your marketing plan because it will be done for you. You are given your marketing plan. You are given proven scripts to use. So this one on the left is the closing of the sale cheat sheet. This is your script that you use that will help you close the sale 97% of the time. Who has used it in this room? Is it good? On the right is how you follow up with people, the just checking in email or scripts. You get templates to model. This is what your website can look like. We tell you what to put where. Other processes to follow. This is the 23 steps to successfully giving a discovery session or intro evening talk or webinar or anything that gets you clients. Would you say so? Stacy, yes, yes. Elaine, oh my God, you transform your business with this. The growth track includes 3 two-day live meetings in Stamford, Connecticut. You work on your business. We have fun. We hug. Yeah, we hug. Are you surprised? And no, you don't have to travel to come to the growth track meetings. You can attend all retreats virtually. We do, Derek's going to really appreciate this, we do live stream and we video all of them. So much, for example, how you're seeing this live, all growth track meetings are shown live so you can watch it on your computer, or we record them. So listen, if you never want to show up for a live meeting, I think Jen, you didn't your first year, right? Yeah. None of them the first year, but you recommend that people come. So it's better if you come, but you don't have to. I get it. We have kids, we have obligations and things like that. We mastermind in the growth track every 120 days. You get 12 calls with your client attraction coach. Every month, you get to speak about what you're working on and what you're going to do next and ask questions. How do I do this? How do I do that? You also get, I hope you're not surprised, fun growth track parties every 120 days. Why? To get in the vortex every 120 days. That's the growth track. Other people start in the leverage track. The leverage track is for you if your business is already generating $100,000 or more in revenues, and you're looking now to set up systems to bring on a team, to scale your business, to create passive income. You have clients, you have money, but there's no more you to go around. It's time to systematize your business. The bonus with the leverage track is that you get all of the growth track curriculum and meetings at no charge, right? So you still get all of the marketing and everything. The leverage track shows you how to scale your already successful business and clone yourself, right? Like Joe did. 5 months later, he hung up his tool belt. The leverage track classes, the 24 leverage track classes, go like this with me. There we go. Is where you leverage your innate abilities and your strengths to make more working less. You leverage other people's strengths by delegating better. You leverage your operations and your systems. You leverage and clone yourself with a team. So that means hiring, firing, managing employees. Leverage your time through boundaries, how to set them with clients and team and even yourself and your family. Leverage through technology and automation, how to automate certain aspects of your business so it's not you doing it anymore. You leverage your scalable business models. Instead of doing one-to-one, now you begin to do one-to-many. Leverage your intellectual property. Take what you've done for years and just make money off of it, right? Leverage your marketing online. It's no longer you pounding the pavement. You begin to do things online, and you leverage new habits and behaviors. So the leverage track meets 4 times per year, and the live retreats are at the Stamford Yacht Club, right on the water, gorgeousness, right? This is in person only. This is not live stream, is because we talk about very personal stuff, and we know that when you're already busy in your business, it's very convenient to say, I'm not coming. So you come, right? We mastermind every 90 days. Why every 90 days? Because you need it at this level. You have, and Tracy, you're going to love this picture, you have a 60-minute map out your year strategy call or Skype with me at the beginning of your leverage year. This is where we map out the big vision of what you're going to do in the next 12 months. We map out the strategy and the implementation calendar. I give you all the resources and the tools that you need. We map out everything at the beginning of your leverage year. And then every week thereafter, you have weekly coaching calls with me. Would that be good? Yes. Come on, be more enthusiastic. Would that be good? I know you're processing, right? Weekly small group calls where you pop in when you want to. It's like the gym. You need a workout with me? That sounds funny. You need a workout with me? You come to the calls. And you ask for what you need. Or some people just show up and say, you know what, I need some love today. I'm just going to listen in, right? Every 90 days, of course, we have to have some fun. You'll appreciate this, Suzanne. We have fun wine and hors d'oeuvres reception on the water, as you can tell. Now, that's the leverage track. All tracks include a private Facebook group. So there's a growth track Facebook group, and there's a leverage track Facebook group. And it is absolutely miraculous how close people get on here. You receive the thing that I sold for 7 years that is no longer available on the market. It is my most popular program up until the Client Attraction Business School, and it's the Client Attraction System. Literally, it is your fastest way to get clients so that you do this and you pay for your entire CABS tuition. So that's every track gets this. You receive each year 3 virtual deep dive half-day intensives from the comfort of your home. So this is virtual. So you could see this is my dining room at home. Sometimes I do them from the office. And for 2 or 3 hours, I take you deep into one topic that's not in the curriculum to set you up for success. The first one was called The Disciplined Entrepreneur. And it radically changed people's businesses. Who saw it in here? Was it awesome? Awesome, right? The second one, The Spiritual Entrepreneur. How to use manifestation to get clients. That's not in the curriculum, but it's in your deep dive. you also get next year's mindset retreat at no charge. Because as Kellyanne Schaefer said earlier today, new level, new devil. When you come back here, you've got new results. There's more stuff to work on. Yay! Every track, students get an accountability buddy that they choose, that they talk to every single day for just 5 or 10 minutes so that they can say, yeah, I did what I said I was going to do yesterday. And you know what? Today, this is what I'm going to do to work on my business. Connie, the ABs are awesome, right? You have 2. Yeah, Emma, you love your AB. Oh. Daily accountability prompts from me so that every morning by the time you hit your desk, you know exactly what you're going to focus on. And it's that structure that we entrepreneurs need to really be disciplined and intentional and focused. Of course, you have access to all of the online, the meetings online. So we've recorded all the growth track meetings. They're there for you. This December, you get to come to a strategy planning day to map out all of 2016, even before 2016 starts. So you get to come, so this is where we do it. You can fly to be with us, because who wouldn't want to be in the vortex? But we also live stream it. So there are people all around the world. We have students in 26 countries. Did you know that? Students in 26 countries. You don't have to fly. You can watch the strategy planning day, but it is so awesome. Who's been to the strategy planning day? So good. So it's really, you map out your income acceleration plan for 2016, even before 2015 is over. And every track gets a safe place to celebrate your accomplishments. Yeah. Where you can say, you know what? I just grew my business 50%, 200%, 30%. I just did something I never thought I could do, right? And people, look at Kelly's face. Kelly, where are you? There you are. Joe Biba's face. Everybody's so happy for Scott, who's doing well. Do you want to know what the tuition is? $60,000 a year. Just kidding. Oh, come on, I thought you would laugh. You got nervous. No, other schools cost $40,000 to $60,000 a year. Not here. It doesn't make sense. So, the growth track tuition is only $833 a month after your full enrollment deposit. The leverage track tuition is only $14.16 a month after full enrollment deposit. Now that's if you choose to do installments. And if you decide that you want to, within 90 days, within 3 months, decide to pay your tuition in full, you save a full $2,000. Is that fair? Is that good? So you don't have to pay in full right away. You could say, you know what, I want to take it slow, but I'm going to hustle the first 3 months to make my money back so that I can pay it off, and then the rest is gravy, right? So some people use that 90 days to either get a 0% credit card, where they can put the entire tuition on there, and they are interest-free for an entire year, or they use that to hustle and get some clients in, and then their whole year is paid for. Woohoo! Enrolling in CABS is easy, because I want it to be easy for you. Usually, the minimum deposit to get into the Client Attraction Business School is $1,000. Here at Mindset, it's even easier. You can get started today for a deposit of $500. And then we hit the ground running. I want to ask you a question. Answer it within you. It's a defining question. Ask yourself, would I feel happy with my progress if exactly 1 year from today, I was in the same place I am now? If the answer is no, I would not be happy with my progress to be in the exact same place, I would like for you to answer these questions. You will receive on your way out for dinner, you will receive a package from me. And on the back of the program guide, there are some questions. Are you ready for the next level? No and yes. Look at these questions. Answer them for yourself. I'm not answering them for me. This is not about me at this point. This is about you and your bigger future. Take a look at the program guide once you leave this room. On the left side is the growth track details. On the right side are the leverage track details of the program guide, and all the tracks include here. And then read the student reviews. If you answer yes to these questions, and you are indeed ready to take the next step towards your bigger future, take this card, fill it out, bring it to the back table and say, I'm ready for my bigger future. And say the words, woohoo! All it takes is really looking at what is it that you need to succeed in the next 12 months for you to be happy with your progress. You see, I spend a lot of time with millionaire entrepreneurs. And every time I sit down and have coffee with them, I ask them, so tell me, how did you get to do what you're doing now? You make $2 million a week in your business? Tell me how do you do this? And what I always find out is that there is a defining moment in every successful business owner's experience. A part of their life where they are given an opportunity. There is a fork in the road. And where they've had to dig deep and say, but I wasn't prepared to be receiving this opportunity. And do I have what it takes? And am I equipped for this? And what I've learned is that they dug deep and they found the way, which created a new story for them, a new life for them. And if this is the day where you are willing to draw the line in the sand and to say, right up until today was my old way of being in business, and from this day forward is my new way of being in business, then please join us. Just one decision, just one courageous decision made in faith has the power to change the course of your life for the better. The key words are courage and decision made in faith. Understanding that you are no longer alone this point forward. And so, in the words of the great Richard Branson, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes, and then learn how to do it later. Amen, right? That's what we entrepreneurs do. I believe that now is the time. And if now feels the time, like the right time for you, then join us. Fill out the card, hand it at the back table, and join me tomorrow and all of the people who will join us today for an orientation and celebration lunch. where we will celebrate you. We will describe more, we'll answer your questions, you will set your intention. This card that Victoria wrote exactly 12 months ago. Where are you, Victoria? Right? That card was written at the orientation lunch. That's right, baby. And you get to meet at the orientation lunch tomorrow, your peers in the Mindset Retreat class beginning October 2015. And you will receive quick start tools to start getting new results this week. So today is Friday. By next week, you have access to everything. You begin to implement. You begin to introduce yourself to the rest of the people in CABS. You begin to do strategic alliances and work on your client attraction manual and just start with the curriculum. Get going with your coach. We start tomorrow at lunch. And so all it takes to get started is to fill out this card and hand it at the back table. And at the orientation tomorrow, you will choose your preferred payment plan. You can choose your track. Do you want to be in growth? Do you qualify for leverage? Do you want to do painful? Do you want to do installments? We do all of that tomorrow at the orientation lunch. But here's what I want to share with you. Who's got their acorn? Everything in the universe has an innate possibility, like this acorn, has an innate possibility held within just like a seed. And that potential needs only a supportive environment to be fully expressed. If I leave this acorn on the floor of this stage and I never plant it, what happens to the acorn? Nothing. But if I plant it in the fertile soil and I give it the sun and the water that it needs and the right environment, what will happen to this acorn? It grows into the oak tree. And so what I will say to you is that I believe that today is the day that we activate the acorn within you. You can do this. All it takes is a courageous decision made in faith. I believe in you. We are here for you.